Okay, I guess I'm recording. This is pretty weird. I'm in my car driving. I'm trying to make one of my first YouTube videos about something that I care about. And I'm talking. I love to talk, but I like to talk to people. And this is really weird because I'm not a YouTuber at all. I'm a thinker. I think an awfully lot. I'm in my head. But I'm trying to do something different and see if I can develop some consistency and progress. And I made up a name out of thin air to call myself. It's really catchy. I just got done cutting the grass about an hour ago, and while I was cutting the grass, I had this really awesome name for this really awesome YouTube channel, and I sat there with excitement, and I thought, golly, man, I hope my awesome name isn't taken. And then my nephew showed up, and I was telling him about my idea, and we just Googled it or YouTubed it, and my awesome name was available. So there we go. It's fate, destiny, for all you wackos. Anyhow, I'm gonna start calling myself the 12-step trader. My name's Aaron. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm addicted to day trading. I've been sober for over 15 years now, and I've been trading for over a year and a half, unsuccessfully. I'm not profitable, so if you must be told, this is not financial advice. I'm not here to give you advice at all. I'm going to try to use this channel as an accountability partner. Maybe I'll get some subscribers, and I don't know, maybe somebody will want to mentor me along the way. I'm driving in my car because I'm an idiot. I live with my parents, and my mom lives there. I'm gonna try to be nice. I'm sure there's some finger waggers out there, the YouTube police, the do's and the don'ts, the people that are gonna watch your videos, strangers, family, friends, and I'm embarrassed. Even though I love to talk, I love having an audience, people paying attention to me. It's one of my inventory items. We might get into that. I have an immense need to be heard, but I hate being on camera, and I hate taking pictures, and I hate listening to my own voice. I'm a thinker. I like being in my head. I got a lot of really good ideas in my head. I'm really smart, as I'll tell you humbly. If this thing develops, I don't know if this is going to develop or not. I'm not very good at following the rules. I'm not very good at consistency, and this is another effort at trying to develop some of that. So I was sitting in the driveway trying to record this video, and it was tough. You got a camera. I mounted the phone on the air conditioner vent. I had a little thing in the garage, the phone holder that I put up there, and I'm gonna give it a go. So, like I said, I'm an alcoholic. I got sober about 15 years ago, and I had heard of this 12-step program. It's kind of a tongue twister, especially when you're nervous. You know, I heard of these 12-step programs long before I got sober, and I don't know, there was something about that not drinking part that kept me from going and participating. But then the shit hit the fan, and it became like an option to go check out. So it's an anonymous fellowship. I'm not going to be able to keep it anonymous. I think I made my name on my channel, Aaron D. So you don't know my last name. So there's my attempt at being anonymous. But there's tons of stuff out there about Alcoholics Anonymous. So there's a tradition. There's 12 steps and 12 traditions. There's a tradition out there about anonymity. And we're supposed to maintain anonymity at the level of press, radio, films, and brand new YouTube channels. So I'm gonna try to do that. I don't think I can. You can watch speaker tapes, and you can find out all kinds of things about the 12 steps and Alcoholics Anonymous on YouTube. Maybe it's general knowledge. You can listen to a guy tell his story, and he uses his first name and last initial, and then just tells his story and talks about Alcoholics Anonymous and how he loves Alcoholics Anonymous. And I'm one of those guys. I love AA. That's just how it is. Anyhow, so I'm in my car trying to cut the ice a little bit. It might be a little easier for me just to drive and have some other kind of focus. It might be dangerous as hell too, so don't be a finger wagger at me and tell me the rules. I don't like following the rules. The rules are hard for me to follow. I'm not very disciplined, little self-control, and that's kind of why I'm starting this channel. Hopefully I can get a little comfortable talking to no one and all of my 0 subscribers. And it's humbling, it's embarrassing. One of the main tenets in a 12-step program is honesty and losing your ego. And so if I can do that, if I can talk just like you talk to a higher power, this imaginary friend, you can talk, you know, the real magic is what you do, what happens when no one's looking. So, I mean, right now, absolutely no one's looking. My jokes aren't as funny when no one's there to laugh. That sucks, because that doesn't feed my ego. But anyhow, I'm getting ready to go to a meeting. Doesn't start till 8. It's 5 o'clock right now. I'm taking the long way to try to see how this video thing works out. See if I can upload this video to my brand new channel, the 12-Step Trader. That's so awesome. That's neon lights right there. I'm a heavy coffee drinker. I got a sweatshirt that says Pothead on it, and it's a coffee pot because I drink a lot of coffee. So even though I haven't had a drink or a drug in a long time, that doesn't mean that I'm completely sober and serene all of the time. I'm not. I got a lot of other issues. I'm a gambling addict, which doesn't fit well into day trading. But I'm not going to give it up. I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to try to follow the suggestions. So that's the purpose of this channel. Can I make a commitment and try to record and upload? It may take forever to upload these videos. Like 30-second video took 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know what it'd take to upload. However long it is that I end up talking, it's going to take a while. But anyhow, maybe I can use this outlet as a source of accountability. Maybe there's a following or a fellowship that develops, maybe some chatter, some comments back and forth, topics. You know, you go to an AA meeting and they bring up a topic and people share on the topic. So I didn't start this channel just to talk about AA. I started it to draw a parallel between the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous and day trading. And I'd like to tell you where I've been, what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now. And hopefully I can progress, because I'm not progressing. I'm not a profitable trader right now. I want to bring you in exactly where I'm at this moment, and then feed you daily updates, hopefully of my progress. Progress, not perfection. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to link the basic principles that I've learned over 15 years of being a member of this program, and see how I can connect the two challenges, because day trading is challenging. It's really challenging, and I'm really smart. I'll tell you that frequently. So, I met this guy, and he said he was doing this Forex trading, and I'm like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, that's cool, because I'm a smart guy. I'm analytical. I like to think. I like to be in my head. I like the idea of charts and graphs and drawing lines and predicting the market, being right, and you're not supposed to do that at all. You're not supposed to predict the market, and you're going to be wrong a lot, which I have a real problem with. I hate being wrong, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to try to attempt to change and go the speed limit. I tend to drive like a grandma. But anyhow, so, I got drunk a lot, quite a few DUIs, quite a few consequences. If you know anything about alcoholism or addiction or recovery or anything like that, you know that it's not good. It comes with a lot of negative consequences, and it doesn't make sense why the behavior continues. Why I keep drinking. You touch the stove's hot, you get burnt, but you do it again. And that was my story. Ultimately I found myself drinking when I didn't want to drink. I had lost control over my drinking, and so you end up in like rehabs and IOPs. That's just kind of like group therapy, and you're sitting around with a bunch of numbskulls, and eventually you're like, oh shit, I'm one of them numbskulls too. And you find out that the odds of getting better aren't very good. They're just not very good. If you are a real alcoholic or drug addict, the chances, oh shit, man, this road, I screwed up. This road's closed. I gotta turn around. Anyhow, if you're a real alcoholic or a real drug addict, your chances of getting sober and living a relatively peaceful and happy life are slim. The odds are not in our favor. And that was one of the first coincidences or parallels that I saw with day trading. So I thought I might enjoy day trading. I thought it might be cool. I had heard some things about it being like gambling and blah blah blah. I shrugged those off like, yeah, whatever. Not me, I'm real smart. And because I'm so smart, I got on Google and I'm like, can you make money at day trading? And Google was like, yeah, but most people don't. And I said, like, how many people are successful at day trading? And you guys already know this, so I expect to be talking to two audiences here. I expect there's going to be some people that are, have a 12-step bias. They're 12-step guys, fellow alcoholics, drug addicts. They're just trying to stay sober, and make life changes. And then people who enjoy trading, day trading. And so, I'm hoping to talk to kind of those two audiences. But anyhow, there was something I came across in trading. It said 90% of the people will lose 90% of their capital in 90 days. And that's a lot. That's a big statistic. That's swimming upstream. The odds are I'm not going to make it. The odds are you're not going to make it. And they were similar odds in getting sober. I didn't think I was going to make it in getting sober, but I have so far, luckily, gracefully, through a series of events. I haven't found it necessary to take a drink or a drug for over 15 years, and that's amazing. I'm coming from a place where I didn't think that was possible, but here I am. And you go to meetings. I'll pull up because my head is so full of AA, and it's so full of all these 12-step principles. If you know anything about it, if you've gone to any meetings before, you'll hear them talk these little slogans, the one-liners, the slogans, keep coming back, easy does it, one day at a time. I'll bring those up, and that's kind of my point, is to, take these principles from the meetings and 12-step program and apply them to my day trading behavior and see if I can influence, it's a good word, influence my day trading behavior. So 90% of the people lose 90% of their money in 90 days. We got a saying in AA, do 90 and 90. Try to attend 90 meetings in 90 days. Figure out whether or not you got this thing. I mean, maybe you got a problem, maybe you don't got a problem. That's up to you to decide. But it was the 90 that I'm drawing the parallel to. This 90 was a sufficient number. And there's the 80-20 rule out there. 80% will fail, 20%. And day trading is even worse, at least they say. And I believe them. I'm definitely on that path. But I'm going to give it a go. So, I've been day trading. And day trading's different than investing. Trading is different than investing. Investing, you're thinking about the stock market, an asset, a tangible asset, or a financial instrument. You buy gold, you buy real estate, you buy shares of stock. And you buy something, and you're hoping or expecting or betting or gambling on in the future it will be worth more. So you take your money and you invest it in this asset in the event that in the future it's worth more. That's an investor. A trader is we're not doing that. I'm trading the euro USD in the Forex market, and I don't care. I don't care whether it goes up or down. I guess I do have a bias to the US dollar, but it doesn't matter. I can make money. I can make money on a buy or a sell through a brokeraged account, and I think it comes with a completely different mindset. Warren Buffett, he's definitely an investor. He's got some trading principles. He just sold a bunch. He's sitting in a 380 billion cash right now, waiting to buy the dip. I would say that's somewhat trading. But anyhow, day trading is completely different. So I have come to find out that these challenges in trading, I looked at it, I had certain expectations going into this. I had an open mind. I was a little bit more emotionally stable, and all the concerns and negative consequences that people warned me about or I read online came true. I even, this is pretty simple. I just Googled, how to be a successful day trader. It's really smart, right? It's easy. And boom, boom, boom. It said, do this, do this, do this. This is what you're going to struggle with. This is what you need to do. Risk management, psychology. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I got actively trading. They said there's like 3 things they said not to do. Don't quit your job. Don't take out a loan. Don't risk more than 1% of your capital. Don't trade more than 10% margin. Oh yeah, that sounds good. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't stick to those basic, simple parameters. You got $10,000 in an account, and if you stick to only trading, placing a trade with 10% margin, that's only utilizing like $1,000. And then 1% risk on top of that is $100. So you place whatever lot size it is. It's like a half a lot, 0.5 lots on a Euro USD. And you're utilizing, that means you got 9,000 cash still sitting over there in your account. Not doing anything, chilling. And I'm like, well, that's a waste. It's not doing anything. I need to put it to work. And so I did, and then it's gone. You lose. And what I found out is that the psychology behind trading is just enormous. And I'm going to try to get through that. Maybe I'll explain some of this. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wait till I get some subscribers, if I ever do. And people ask questions. But I need to cut this video short or shorter and try to tell you where I'm at and what I'm doing. So, year and a half of actively day trading Forex. I've traded several different pairs. I've chased a couple different strategies, several different strategies. Higher time frames, lower time frames. I've blown several accounts. I tried the prop firm account. I blew like 37 accounts within a month. And I've warmed up, watched lots of YouTube videos. I bought a whole bunch of books. That's what I like doing. I like buying books, and then maybe I'll get around to reading them. I've been listening to the audio books, which are kind of cool, on YouTube. But anyhow, here's where I'm at. I'm on like day 2 or day 3 of my first suggestion. So in AA, in Alcoholics Anonymous, if you think you got this thing and you want to succeed, there are quite a few suggestions. In AA, it's a take it or leave it program. We don't give advice. We don't sell recovery. There's some people in there that, we're not the cream of the crop. So there's some people in there that, they'll come across as giving advice. And the same way with, I guess if you're giving day trading advice or anything, you want people to succeed, and you can't help but give advice, but we're not supposed to. It's a take it or leave it program. It doesn't cost anything. Here's a bunch of people that used to be in your situation, and they're not in your situation anymore. And if you do what they did, there's a chance, there's a probability, a greater probability that you will succeed, and you may end up having something like what they have. Suggestions. Some people call them damn well betters, but whatever. They're just suggestions. They're pretty simple. 12-step program, get a sponsor, go to meeting, pray, read the big book, basic journal, stay in contact with another alcoholic, read a daily meditation, pause when agitated, all kinds of little suggestions and one-liners. And you know, I ate that shit up when I first started. I desperately needed to cling on to something. I was willing to follow the rules, the suggestions, the freaking rules, you know. And I didn't make up the rules. Somebody else made up the rules. And so here I am trying to reinvent the wheel with day trading. And I already told you I'm smart. I Googled, you know, I Googled, you know, what do day traders struggle with? What are the hardest things? What should a good, successful day trader do? Boom, boom, boom. They gave me all these suggestions. Journal. Risk management. Psychology. You're going to suffer from FOMO and greed. And you're going to stay in a losing trade longer and hope it turns around. You're going to cash out your winners sooner because you're afraid the market's going to take it. And all of it has happened and came true. You bend rules, you break rules. You know, we got a thing in the big book. It talks about the moment of insanity that precedes the first drink. And a real alcoholic understands this. They're going along their life just fine. But something happens, they get triggered, or they just go stupid there, and they have a moment of insanity that precedes the first drink, and then they're off to the races, and they can't explain why. And how do we prevent that? How have I been able to prevent that? By a systematic daily routine. More times than not, I follow the suggestions of Alcoholics Anonymous to the best of my ability. And I've learned a lot of stuff. Expectations. I don't work a perfect program by far. I'm not a great member at all. You know, I still have challenges. I still get mad. I still have bad days. But for the most part, you know, I'm relatively serene and comfortable, and I'm okay. I'm okay today. I no longer want to kill myself. That's a bonus. And so this day trading Forex is quite the emotional roller coaster. And I'm struggling with my trading behavior. What are the suggestions, and can I follow them? Patience. Can I patiently wait on a high quality setup and a better entry? No, I can't. I can't hardly follow any of these suggestions. So I've been journaling for a while. I've done some back testing. I like to play that TradingView bar replay game. There's some challenges or excuses to that. But I came across something the other day, one of these tapes or YouTube videos or whatever I was reading. And, you know, the guy made a suggestion about suggestions. He said, just take one suggestion and try to implement that one suggestion, and only that one suggestion every day for 2 weeks, no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, good trade, bad trade, overtrade, revenge trade, no trade, doesn't matter. One of those little bitty, and what it's trying to do, it's trying to ingrain this, you know, muscle memory, mental memory into getting that one suggestion or behavioral characteristic ingrained, good at it, and then in a couple weeks add one more. and hopefully over the course of time, later on down the road, you're operating with, a half a dozen good trading behaviors automatically. And I liked that. That felt like I could achieve that. It felt doable. As I sit there in my journal and my chicken scratches and I'm writing all these, suggestions down, it's overwhelming. It's discouraging. And I get this defeatist attitude, and there's nothing like losing a bunch of trades, getting depressed, and then just going and laying in your bed and sulking in depression. That sucks. But so to be honest, it's like I've been gambling with trading. I've been getting high while day trading. It's been addictive. I heard something the other day. It was the guy says you want to lose. You want to lose, and it's because it's exciting. It gets the blood pumping, and woo, and it does do a mind twist on you. And so I've noticed a lot of that. Mind, body, and soul. You've got to separate some things out. Trading, being successful in trading, is much more than just sitting down at the charts and pushing buttons. And I'm going to try to share what all of YouTube and all these books and everyone I've talked to and listened to has told me about that. Not so much to try to teach you what to do, but just to try to share my life with somebody or something else, YouTube. My journey, to be honest, where I'm at and how I'm coming along, and use you as a form of accountability. So here I'm at. Here's where I'm at. My very first suggestion, I'm on like day 2 or 3 of this, is to set my stop loss at 2% and don't move it. And I'm on like day 2 or 3 of that. I don't know why I can't just say day 2 or day 3 and I have to make it general. It all depends on, whether I can cheat about it, justification and rationalization. But for the most part, I'm going to call Sunday or Monday, day 2. And 2 weeks, I'm going to go 14 trading days, not 2 weeks, 14 trading days. So there's Sunday, I can trade on Sunday night. Forex markets open 24 hours from Sunday night to Friday close, New York session close. And I'm going to try to journal every day and check in with YouTube every day and see if I can set this stop loss at 2% for 14 consecutive days. That sounds like an awfully long time to go. Without relapsing, without breaking the rules, and without relapsing. And I'm going to try to overlay the fabric of the 12-step principles on top of my trading and my trading behaviors. So I'm driving around aimlessly, getting ready to go to a meeting and play cards because we are not a glum lot. So I'm going to end this video and see how long it takes to upload, and maybe I'll have some more subscribers after a while. I don't know. I don't care. Here's where I got to develop a nice awesome catchphrase, like signing out with the 12-step trader. Maybe you can give me some suggestions, but I'll see you.